Greetings to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Shexa's YouTube channel. Please give me thumbs up, give me a comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Your likes are more important right now. Give me some comments. Your comments help me improve the content that I supply, that I upload to this YouTube channel. And if you share, it means I will get more comments from a broad or a large number of audience. So please share with your colleagues so that they also get assistance from this YouTube content that I'm providing right now. And most importantly, subscribe. Subscribing will help you get new videos that I upload, and I'm sure that I'm going to upload more videos that are relevant for you even after. That will help you in applying the IT or the technology in the real world environment. So the first video to be uploaded is about the most relevant software to use in your respective fields, and the fields include accounting, animal production, food science, technology, supply chain, and many more programs that I know. I will give you, or I will provide softwares that are most relevant in those fields, and where you can get them from online, or those that are free, I will provide the links for you. And I will also recommend some organizations that you may choose to say, I want to certify with this organization, or I want to do ABC with this organization. So for today, I will cover the following. This practical lecture is about Excel, so that's why I chose to call it Excel Practical Practice. So we're just practicing, but we are practicing with what others have been tested with. So in other words, I mean, this is a past exam question that have been given by your lecturer. So I am here to assist with the best way to respond to this kind of question in Excel. All right, so question number 1 is the one that we're going to do, and I've also set another question for you, and this question I think is relevant for you because it helps you understand more when it comes to Excel. It helps you understand more, and you also understand where exactly am I being awarded, where exactly are the marks coming from. You get what I'm saying? And then finally we will look at certifications that you can get at any time whenever you want those certificates, and I will give you the contact number to call if you want any of those certifications that are related to IT and that are being offered at China University of Technology. Right, so let's start with the first question. The first question, I will show you the image from the that I've received from the one who requested me to give you this practical lecture. I will read the question because some of you may say we are not seeing we cannot see the question. It's reading question 4. Table 4 shows. The table 4 is the one that is below the words that I'm reading. Table 4 shows production targets for a company in 3 cities. Table 4 production targets. So we have city as column heading, target, production, achievement, and grade. These are column headings. Under city we have Harare, Bulawayo, Mutare, and the average, but the cities that we have are 3. And then we get the targets: 4,800 for Harare, 5,000 for Bulawayo, 5,000 as well for Mutare. And then we have the production. We have 6,000 for Harare, 4,500 for Bulawayo, and 5,000 for Mutare. And then we have the achievement. Harare achieved 125%, Bulawayo 90%, Mutare 100%, and the average is 104.73%. I don't know whether that average is correct or not, but that's what we have here. Right, and we are not concerned about whether it's correct or not, because that's not our business today. And here is our business. We are supposed to write a formula that calculates grade. A plus for more than 100% achievement, A for 100% achievement, and B for below 100% achievement in Microsoft Excel. Right. So this is it, but we cannot conduct our practical in Microsoft PowerPoint. We cannot conduct our Excel practice in Microsoft PowerPoint. So what we're going to do is we're going to open our Excel. So we just click here and open our Excel. So this is the Excel document with the same question. I think I hope you seeing what I'm seeing also here, and to make sure that you're all seeing this, I'm going to zoom it like that. Right, so I'm sure that everybody is seeing what I am showing you here. All right, so the only thing is that I've already written the formulas here. So what we're going to do is that I will delete all the formulas and start to write them from scratch so that you understand where we're coming from and where we're going. So I will delete all these formulas. But now, before I delete that, you can see that after inputting the formula, you can observe that Harare has got a grade of A+, which is above, which is more than 100%. And then we have 90% here, which is a B, because it's below 100%. And then an A for 100% is stated here, A for 100% achievement. Right, so what is it that we're going to do right away? I'm going to delete these formulas and then ask you a question. Which formula is required here? Which formula is required here? You know, from previous lectures, I think I've helped you with lessons on how do you know the formula to use given a scenario. Here we have a scenario, and we are being told that when that is that you need to have that. Like, we need an A+ for more than 100%, but the tricky thing is the keyword that you might be looking for here is not there, or might not be there, or for some of you it might be there if you change the statements to fit what you want without changing the meaning. So what I've done here is we are writing a formula that calculates grade. We are done. let's just hold on there. Calculate grade. So grade is what? How many grades do we have? We have A plus, an A, and a B. So we have 3 grades, right? And each grade is being fulfilled under a certain condition or a logical test, right? So I'm getting all this from the question. So I have A plus, and a B. So these are the 3 grades that I must calculate. Okay, so a grade A plus is going to be printed only if achievement is more than 100%, and an A, if I want you to listen to what I'm saying right now, because that's where we get the keywords and that's where we decide whether we use this formula or that formula, right? I'm saying an A is going to be printed if I've repeated the keyword, and the A plus is going to be printed if the achievement is more than 100%, right? So in other words, I've changed this statement and I've said an A plus is going to be printed if I've replaced for with if, right? Meaning to say, if meaning is not changed, then I will use the if function. So let me use the if function. A plus is going to be printed if achievement is more than 100%. A is going to be printed if achievement is 100%. And B is going to be printed if achievement is below 100%. Right. So that's it. Let's bump into this cell and start writing the formula. So the formula, whenever you are typing a formula, what do you start with? I want to see answers in the comment section or in the chat section. I want to see comments. Give me your answers. I want to see answers, and you will see my comment on your answers. Let me count to 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Right. So yes, some of you are giving me correct answers, some of you are giving me those answers, right? It's okay, that's fine. So the formula that we're going to use here is an if function, but whenever we want to start with to write a formula, we start with an equal sign, so that the Excel software itself recognizes whatever that you're going to write as a formula. So since we agreed that changing the statement in the question by putting if in place of for, we didn't change the meaning. The meaning remained the same, but we have an if which satisfies that an if function can be used to satisfy or to calculate the grade. So we are now writing the if. We say if, and if you know the if function, if you have lost, if you don't remember the if function, you must go back to my previous lectures, and I will provide the links. I've provided the links in the description, so click on those links and learn more about Excel. So all the links that are in the description are about Excel. If you want to understand, if you want to fully understand Excel, click on all of those links and watch all the videos that are available on there, and then complete them. Make sure I understand everything. If you have a question, write in the comment section, get assistance from your colleagues, or I will give you help myself. Right, so we say if, and then the logical test. What is the logical test? So we come back to our question, which is saying an A plus for more than 100%. Okay, so the logical test is we're asking that is it more than 100%? So is it more than 100%? It is representing what? Achievement. So is achievement more than 100%? Right? And then achievement is in which cell for this grade? Achievement is in column D. So we just say whatever that is if the value in column D2 is more than or is greater than 100, then we put a comma. So I'm going to expand this. Let me delete this first. Now I want to have this column. Bigger so that we do not change anything. So I say equal sign, and then we say if, and then we put our logical test, which is D2 greater than 100? Right. So if D2 is greater than 100, then we put the grade, and the grade is what? When the value in D2 is greater than 100, so that's A plus. So we put our double quote, and then we put A plus, and then we close the double quote, and then we put our comma. Then the comma, we now want to put the value that's going to be printed if it's not true that D2 is greater than 100. I'm going to repeat that. I said if the value in D2 is greater than 100, we print A plus, right? So A plus is the value that is going to be printed if it's true that D2 is greater than 100. But if it's false, if it is false that D2 is greater than 100, then we're going to print peace. But now we have another condition to be checked, which is A is going to be printed if the achievement is 100%. So we need to check again. Therefore, we put an if, and we open the curly bracket, the curved bracket, sorry, and we put the logical test again. Logical test is D2 equal to 100? So if it's equal to 100, if it is true that the value in D2 is equal to 100, we print an A and close the bracket, the double quote. All right, we close the double quote, and then what we do next is put a comma. So if it's false that D2 is equal to 100, what do we do? Right, let's look at this. We've covered values above 100, we've covered the value which is equal to 100, and then what is left? All the values that are below 100. It's a B, right? All values below 100, it's a B. So do you have any other value that is not covered here? No. Therefore, we put our B here, and then we close. And then we close this bracket. As you see, it matches the color. And then we close the other bracket, which is matching that black color as well. So what have we done? We have said if this condition or logical test is true, we print that. And then if this logical condition is true, we print that. And if this condition is not true, and this condition is not true, we are going to print a B. And then we press our enter, and then we see that it's an A plus for Harare City, if not mistaken. Yes. So that's it for this. So the formula will appear in the formula bar there, but the result of the formula will be here. All right, so that's it for this question. I think we are done, but we just need to apply autofilling, and to apply autofilling we just click the cell with the formula, and then we drag the small plus sign after hovering on the bottom right corner of the cell, and then we drag it down to that, and then we have a B, an A, and an A plus for the average. So that's the formula for calculating grade. Right, so let me handle one error that I usually meet. This question is a bit clear because it's not specifying the city to be calculated. The city that needs a grade to be calculated. So here it's just saying that calculates grade. If you calculate for this, then it's fine. You might autofill other cities. But now, if it specifies that, right, a formula that calculates grade for Harare seat, for Mutare seat, you need to come here. And if you come here, where we were saying D2, you now say D4. D4, because achievement is in D4 here. So make sure you don't make such a mistake in your life, because you will get an answer but a wrong answer. Right. So that's it for this question, and I hope and wish that you have understood it. Right, so the next question to be discussed about is here. You see, from this question that we have covered here, you can see that you are being asked to write a formula. You get what I'm saying? So you need to know which formula to write, which formula to apply. You get what I'm saying? You need to know which formula to apply, which formula to write, which formula to give, if asked to write a formula. But you might be given a formula and be asked to tell what that formula means. What's the meaning of this formula? And what is the expected result? So that's the next question that we are going to cover here. So let me open the question. Given the table below, explain the meaning of the formula in column C and give the expected result. So this is, oh no, let me go back first. Let me go back. Right, I think I need to clarify something here. You see, you can see that we have 10 marks for just doing this. Right, so let me maybe highlight key areas for you. You need to know that whenever you're starting to write a formula, you need to start with an equal sign, and then you need to know to say the formula to be applied is this. So we have if function, and then we have the condition, and then we have value if true, we have another if, and then we have another condition, then value, and then the other value, like that. So if you calculate the number of marks, you will say maybe 1 for the equal sign, 2 for this first if, 3 for the condition, 4 for this value, 5 for knowing this other if function, 6 for this condition as well, 7 for that, 8 for that, 9 for knowing the delimiter here, the comma, and then 10 knowing that you put the quotes. So you get your 10 marks. So if you forget to put an equal sign, then boom, you have lost a mark. If you forget to put an if, boom, you lose your marks. So this is how you get all the 10 marks. equal sign, the if, the correct condition, correct positioning of commas, correct positioning of double quotes, correct grading, correct conditions and other grades as shown earlier. So let's get to the other question. Let's get to the other question. Right? So this other question, which is asking us the meaning of these formulas. So how many questions do we have here? We have 3. And how many marks do we have? We have 9, 10, 11, 12. Right? So we have a total of 12 marks. And here we have animals and maybe the number of animals, or maybe varieties, or I don't know. But in column B we have values. I've chosen to put just values. And then in column C, that's where we have the formulas. And each formula is supposed to be interpreted by you, and you tell me the meaning. After telling me the meaning, boom, you get your marks. Alright, so here is the formula, the first formula. The first thing that I'm going to ask you here is, how many formulas do you have in this table? How many formulas do you have in this table? And why are you saying these are formulas and these are not formulas if you have other items that are not formulas in column C? I want to see your answers in the chat section and in the comment section. Your likes are so important. Please give me thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Your likes, and comments giving me the answers, responding to answers that I'm asked, giving me answers to questions that I'm asking you right now. Right, okay. So what we have here is, we have we have 3. Yes, some answers are correct, some answers are correct. We have 3 formulas, and we are saying we have 3 formulas because they start with an equal sign. Therefore, Excel interpret these statements as formulas, and then the zeros are just numbers. These are not formulas, right? So the first formula is reading count if A1 to A6 elephant. So we are counting the number of elephants that we have in this in column A, from A1 up to A6. Right, so from this table the number of elephants that we have is only 1, right? So the expected result is 1. So you get your 1 mark for knowing that. And then the second thing is, you need to know that you have a count if. What is the main function of this formula or this function? Count if is used to count the number of currencies. So you get another mark for knowing the count if. Then knowing that with the count if we have a range, which is range A1 to A6. You get your mark for that. And then knowing that elephant is being used as the, what can I call it, a condition or a logical test to say wherever we have elephant, we count that. So you get your other mark to make them 4. So in other words, if you want to write this distinctively and in a smart way, you will say this function is counting the number of elephants that we have within the range of cells from A1 up to A6. You are done, and then the expected result is 1 according to this table. But if you go to Excel, we are going to tweak some other things. We are going to change so that you see what we mean by whatever we have said here. Right, the second formula is here, and it's an if function. So explaining the meaning and giving the expected result is going to help you get all the marks. So this is the formula which is going to check if the value in B4, the value in B4, which is 312, right? It's checking if the value in B4. Don't get me wrong here, because the formula is written in row 3, but it's asking for something that is in row 4. You get what I'm saying? So you need to make sure that you understand the question and you read it carefully. Right, so we are saying the value, if the value in B4, which is 312, is greater than 715, then we print great. Otherwise, we print poor. So you get your marks accordingly. Knowing the meaning of the if function, knowing the logical test, value if true, value if false, and the last mark you get it for knowing the expected result. And here the tricky thing is on the condition. You may say it's checking the value that is in B3, which is 910, of which 910 is greater than 715, and you think that it's going to print great, of which it will never print great, because 312 is not greater than 715. So that's it for this formula. This formula is asking if 312 is greater than 715, and it's not true, so it prints poor. And then the other formula that we have, which is the last formula, which is being awarded 3 marks for a proper meaning. We are calculating the average value for values that are within the range B1 to B6. In the average, you may calculate the average. If you get the average, then you get 1 mark for knowing the average. So that's it. Let's just get to the Excel item so you can see the result and what it means. Right, so here I've written the formula already. So here is the formula, right? But let me just click OK. But now what it means is this. So here we have our 3, because we've changed. Here we have elephant, here we have elephant, here we have elephant. So to match the question, what I'm going to do is I am going to, what's going on here? Okay, all right, so these are the formulas. Right, so we are saying, let me delete this formula and write it from scratch. Okay, it's linked to this, so I'm going to save this and close it. Right, and then come here. Right, I think we can work with this properly now. So what's happening is, here we have elephant, here we have elephant, but if we change from elephant to say a bird, and then here you see that, you can see that here it's changing. Here you can say we want to say bird again here, so you see that elephant is just 1 and the formula is just the same. And here I say it's poor. Why is poor? Because 312 is not greater than 715, so it's poor. But if we would have said B3 here, it would have said great. But the question is asking for B4, so don't get yourself punished for something that is silly. And then here we are calculating average from B1 up to B6, and then the average is this one. So these are the expected results, right? And then knowing the meaning of the formula, you get your other marks. So that's it for this question. And then let's get to the next item, which I think is also important for you, ladies and gentlemen. We need to, right, so here we have these ICT short courses that you can get a certificate for. So these short courses, they include web development. We have, with this, I'm showing you this because I know that you are the rightful people to get certified for such items. You can be certified without any knowledge. So we have good people or good trainers or good staff that can take you from 0 to 0 in web development, level 1, level 2. In level 1, you learn how to develop websites without writing any code. Websites and all related content management systems without writing codes that are complex. You cannot write any code, but you learn web development. Level 2, that's where we now require you to understand some little codes and some scripts so that you come up with a sophisticated or a great web application or website. So that's number 1. You can get certified for web development. By web development, you will be able to come up with the websites and web applications. By this I mean you can come up with a website like that of Chino Investor Technology. You can come up with a website like that of Supersport. You can come up with a website like that of Supersport. We have Supersport, we have Facebook and other things like that. Web application, you can come up with web applications like the portal, the cut portal system, and then many more applications that you may come up with. We also have mobile application development, where you can develop for iOS, you can develop for Android applications, you can also develop for other mobile operating systems, other mobile phone operating systems. But the main tool that we provide includes Android and Apple iOS. And then we have PC maintenance, where you can repair computer hardware and so forth. We have Microsoft package, that's where we have PowerPoint, we have Word, we have what we've learned is just basics, but they are advanced. These are advanced basics. But if you come for certification, you will learn more, and you'll be able to do anything in PowerPoint, Excel, and Word. But On top of that, we have Microsoft Access, we have Publisher, and all other softwares that exist within Microsoft package. We also have the internet. You certify for the internet. That's where we have cloud computing, internet as a service, internet as a platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service. You can learn all that from internet certification, and we have a lot that is covered here: URLs and servers, and all that is related to the internet is learned here. VPN and so forth. We have databases. Here we cover SQL, MySQL, and other databases like Microsoft Access and so forth. We have so many platforms that we cover here. So if you want to certify on databases, we have stuff that is good at all those things. Please certify with us. Animations and cartoon making. We have this, and we have professionals in this area. So if you want to certify with any of these programs, please contact Mr. L. Peary on that number that is appearing there at the bottom, and make sure that you get all the information from that person. That is the coordinator in short courses in ICT and electronics department. So we are kindly waiting for you to come and certify with us and learn more. So that's it for today. Enjoy the rest of your day, and don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share with other colleagues that may need information about what we are providing here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.